welcome to another Cheeky Girl Art Chat. So, first, I just want to start off and say that I hope everyone had a lovely holiday period and a very happy new year. I hope this year is filled with whatever you wish for. So, one of the things we tend to do in the new year is make goals. So, I thought I would share what art goals that I want to complete this year. And these are just a few art goals, like kind of personal art goals. I have a few business goals, but that is more something that I'll share as it happens than before. So, um last year I created, but I didn't really create much art. It started off with creating art, and then, as you know, if you've been following me for a while, that I started to make terrariums and they were really popular, so that took up a lot of my time, which was fine because I enjoyed doing them and I was still getting to create. It was just different. I just didn't get to do as much illustrations as say I did in 2020. That was full of illustrations and I really enjoyed that. I was able to fill a sketchbook, and yeah, I really enjoyed not only creating many illustrations that year, but as well like completing a sketchbook. I'm really bad at completing sketchbooks, art journals, you name it. I'm really good at making them. I'm really good at starting them. I'm not good at finishing them. So one of the goals I want to do is fill a sketchbook. Now my sketchbook I either started late 2020 or early 2021. I've done a few like pages, but that's kind of it. It was kind of pushed to the side, and it's quite a thick sketchbook. It's got quite a few pages. It's kind of daunting. So I really want to fill that sketchbook this year. If I fill that and start another, great. But I've learned from past mistakes. I don't want to like make huge goals that I won't be able to like reach. So I figured if I start off with a small goal and if I complete that and then say like expand on it, that's great. That's like a bonus. So I want to fill a sketchbook. And one of the things I've done, instead of just writing down a bunch of goals and going, yep, I'll do that. I have my goals and I also like have thought up of ways to complete that goal. So it's not like I'm having to like, I don't know, like a goal without a plan. I think, how does that quote go? I think it's a goal without a plan is just a dream or something like that. So yeah, I have my goals and I also have plans to fill those goals. So to fill a sketchbook, one of the things I want to do is take it to markets, because most of the time it's busy, but if it's like a quiet day or I have like there's normally at least a quiet hour where like I've already eaten my lunch and I'm just sitting there twiddling my fingers. So I'll take it to my market so that I can just like sketch. That'll probably help me with some observational drawing. I could sketch the people walking by and that kind of thing. So it'll probably help me with anatomy. It should like cover a few things, and it doesn't mean that I'm sitting there kind of bored, nothing to do. But one of the reasons I wasn't taking it to the markets because I didn't want it to get damaged, because it's like a big sketchbook. I don't think it's exactly A4. It might be slightly shorter than A4 and slightly wider. And it's kind of hefty, so I can't like slot it easily into my handbag at all. It's not gonna fit. It's bigger than my handbag. So one of the things I'll do is I'll make like a case, a sketchbook case. I have a bunch of like canvas fabric and stuff, so I can maybe make it out of that and then have like a section where I'll put my pencil case in. I have a nice flat pencil case, so I can slot my pencil case in, maybe some like watercolors if it's like a really quiet day and I have time to like whip up my watercolors in a water brush. So yeah, to then make it easier to fill that goal and be able to take it to the markets, and I'm not afraid of like damaging it. Yeah, and then I want to be able to complete a spread a week. It's a spiral bound, so that's probably a spread a week will be like a page a week, I guess. Or I can try to do like 2 pages a week. But yeah, a spread a week and take it to my markets, and I'll make a case so I can take it easier. And that could be markets or like anywhere else I know I'm going, and at some point I might just want to sit and like do some sketching. And yeah, so that's like some of the plans, and I might think of different ways to fill my sketchbook, but those are like the baseline. And especially since I will be doing a lot of markets next year like I did in 2021, it'll be good to take the sketchbook because I know I will have quiet periods. And then the next one, I would like to have one completed illustration a month. Um, and my only really plan to do that really is I want to be able to create like slightly different illustrations. I don't always want to go to like bog standard what I might go to if I'm not too sure what to do. So I'll use things like um a color palette as a prompt or just a prompt word or something. So yeah, at least one illustration a month I want to do because there is something I'm planning to do and I would need a few illustrations to do it with. Yeah, because I do miss doing illustrations, especially like watercolor ones and stuff. So I would like want to do more of that like on paper because I know I'll be creating on different surfaces, but like on paper illustrations. And that could also help me fill sketchbooks as well. I especially like to use a color palette to prompt me. Um yeah, I find that's a really good way of creating something that I wouldn't have created otherwise. That's how I did a lot of my illustrations actually in 2020. I used color palettes because sometimes like I picked the color palette randomly by like scrolling through like my Pinterest board with my eyes closed. So whatever my thumb is hovering over is what I use. So that does help me as well to practice with different colors, like ones that I or color combinations I wouldn't normally use. Um I really enjoy that. That's one of my favorite ways to actually prompt myself, I think, is with color palettes. And I might try some words to maybe draw this in your styles, like stuff like that, like in my sketchbook, but mostly I'm thinking color palettes for like finished illustrations. And then lastly is to art journal and journal more. I have a bunch of art journals, some really old, some somewhat newer. I have a junk journal, and I want to use them more. Like in my art journal, I tend to do very like mixed media, anything like kind of random. Sketchbooks I'll probably use to maybe practice a little bit more, do more focused practices like anatomy sketches or like observational drawings and stuff like that. But in my art journal, it's just kind of I just grab some mediums and like supplies and stuff and just do whatever. So yeah, I really want to finish a journal this year. I think that would be really nice to finish a junk journal. I have finished one before, but again, I've started so many. There's so many I've started but I haven't finished. So I would really like to do that. As well as I would like to have more spreads in my junk journal. I do have some things I've been meaning to do spreads on in my junk journal and I haven't gotten to it. So I really want to do that as well next year. I just really want to create more. So these are some of the ways that I create. And one of the ways I can get myself to do that is like this year I've come out with some art mediums, the texture paste, chalk primer, clear chalk primer, as well as I came up with a paper pad that did really well last year. So I'll be designing some more paper pads this year as well. So one of the ways to fill pages in my journals, my junk journals, is to use like my own supplies to then film and show to people like how you can use them. So that's one of the ways I can do that. And then of course I could just have my own time when I'm not really filming or maybe I'm just like filming for a studio vlog. So it's not too much pressure just to be able to just create freely. So yeah, that's one of the ways like if I tie it into work, I know it'll quicker get done. Um which I guess is something I should probably work on because it is nice to just create for yourself, especially if doing art is your job. So yeah, but that's one of the ways I know I'll be able to get spreads done, and to fill more and everything. But the junk journal will probably be more like for stuff like for myself, just because that's like putting down memories and stuff. But like my art journal, I can film and stuff and put on my vlogs or just have like a video of how you can use my supplies and that kind of thing. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much what I want to do. I didn't want to give myself too much because this is like a tip of the iceberg. I have a whole bunch of plans, new products to bring out, um, new like new like business plan, like workshops I want to do next year. I want to continue doing my markets. I would like to bring in some more art classes. Like I have a whole bunch of stuff I want to do. So I didn't want to have so many personal goals and I'm feeling like really torn or like overwhelmed because I put way too much on my plate because I already know business side, I have a lot on my plate. So if I made my personal art goals pretty simple, it'll be easier to do and I'll feel really good when I complete them. Instead of like being really overwhelmed, because I kind of did that last year. I had a bunch of plans. Even 2020, I did have a bunch of plans, but then I injured my hand, so that kind of like pushed things back. But I still created a lot and I was really happy with what I did. Um, and I'm really happy with what I did like in 2021. I'm really proud of myself. All the markets I did, the doing the terrariums went really well. I did like a couple workshops. It was really good, but I do want to create more like illustration wise, sketchbook wise. So yeah, it's really simple and I'm really hoping that I'm able to do that. Most importantly, I think the top goal is to finish a sketchbook. I'll be so proud of myself if I finish that sketchbook. It's so thick and it's so daunting and I'll be so proud of myself if I finish it. And I haven't given my only deadline for that is literally finish it before the end of the year. So that should give me more than enough time, I think. I hope. Because even my the first sketchbook I did actually complete was really thin compared to that one, but I'm not going to think about that. I'm just going to do it. And then next step, I really want to make some more illustrations because I really enjoy doing that. And I was able to see the improvement from like painting so much in 2020. So yeah, definitely make more time for art. So even if like the products that are really popular on like paintings and stuff, I'll still be painting behind the scenes and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't want to go on for too long. I know this is a pretty short video. I just wanted to start that off. Um, yes, and then I could like look back and see what I've done. And yes, so what are your like art goals for this year? Please do share if you would like to in the comments below. Are any of them like mine? Do you really struggle to fill a sketchbook? And is that one of your goals? I don't know if I'll do any art challenges. I don't know, just because the ones I really like the sound of are always in my really busy time for like markets and stuff. But maybe I'll be able to do one and kind of relax in my sketchbook. That'll also be a good way to fill it as well. So yeah, share your art goals if you like in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you guys later this month for a studio vlog. And then I think that's it. So if any of you are new, apologies if you heard that. I'm not sure if you did. I think there was a motorbike or quad bike or something out there. Yeah, so if you're new, I have a podcast at the beginning, like kind of like mid-month, studio vlog at the end of the month where you can see like behind the scenes and other stuff like that. So if you are new and you would like to keep track of the videos I'm uploading, please do subscribe and click that notification bell. Give this a thumbs up if you liked it. And if you would like to listen to my podcast on different platforms, I have I'm on Spotify and a bunch of different platforms, and those are all linked down below in the description so you can find them easily. And yeah, so thanks again for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in the studio vlog in a couple weeks. Thanks again for listening. Bye.